Sisters, I'm talking about young sisters who are scared, who have said to me, I'm scared, I'm never going to have sex again. Because I would rather just be single and celibate than to meet a guy who would lie to me, who would infect me or hurt me. You won't believe how many emails and how many conversations I have with sisters who are saying, I'm giving up on men. I'm giving up on men. So the behavior...
See, that too deteriorates the family structure. You don't have it.
It's deteriorating the black family. But you have to ask yourself, the black family already is in crisis because of this disease. The black family is already in crisis because we are the race of people who don't get married. I was reading a report recently that black people don't get married like other ethnic groups. So now you have this whole JL thing at the table now, and sisters are going like, okay, what am I to do? I thought I wanted to have the house and the husband and the kids.
White picket fence.
But because of what I'm hearing, and because now I'm looking at you, JL, and you're looking like the guy who I was involved with, married to, or date, I'm scared. See, for a long time, the media, and even today, the media always portrays gay people, especially black gay men, as being some flamboyant clowns.
Feminine, yeah.
And so when a sister sitting at home watching TV and they see some flamboyant gay man, the first time she said, well, I don't have to worry about my man because he doesn't act like that. He doesn't even like gay people. He doesn't have any gay friends. So I don't have anything to worry about. But the black family is in crisis right now. But if you look at the numbers and if you look at some of the research that I've done, it scares me. It even scares me sometimes when I meet a brother who tells me, bro, I'm on a DL. And I'm like, what? Just recently I met a minister who was part of the Church of God in Christ. And that's a holy roller denomination who are the first group who will say, homosexuality does not exist in our denomination. We have no gay men in our denomination. We have no gay men in our church. But this bishop is very active in the lifestyle.
And I think that's what hurts some of the Christian leaders. Not everybody's like that. No. Not all of the Christian leaders are like that. Not all of the churches are like that. Not all of the ministries support that lifestyle. But one or two people, and I'm sure that the numbers are much higher, can come out and say, listen, this is who I am, this is where I am. And some people know it because if they're on the down low, there's not many people that know what's going on. Right. But those people can come in and hurt what it took years for other black people to build up on the backs of other black people. That is very difficult to even think about.
But this is not new. The behavior has been around since the beginning of time. The only reason that the media is putting so much emphasis on it is because of the rise in HIV infections in our community. This behavior has been around since the beginning of time. But it's funny that because the church is the foundation in our communities, and a lot of us get all of our information from the church. And sometimes church folk will try to pick and pull scriptures out of the Bible to justify their hate for homosexuality. But the word homosexual is not in the Bible. And it's funny, when I go to church sometimes and the pastor will get up and he'll talk about the abomination. It's not about Adam and Steve, it's about Adam and Eve. And those old boring sermons that most churches have at least once a month. Because sometimes they have to have those sermons because of pressure from the mother's board, or they have to have those sermons because of pressure from the deacon board, because all of a sudden they look around and they see a lot of gay men attending that church. So the pastor will get up and he'll talk about abomination, you're going to hell, and that type of thing. And all those DL men who are the first ones who stand up and say, you better preach, pastor, get them out of our church. I've been there. They are the ones that's as guilty as those gay men. You don't have to worry about gay men. Gay men are not the ones who are infecting our women. I have a lot of gay friends, and they are not having sex with women. So we need to, that's why I have a problem with the word gay, because gay is a culture. And a lot of my gay friends, or my homosexual friends, are no longer considering themselves to be gay.
Because they're saying, I'm not a part of that culture.
I'm not part of that culture.
I may sleep with men.
But I'm not part of that white culture. I'm an MSM, I'm an SGL.
Okay, now you got to tell me what that is.
I'm a same-gender loving individual.
Okay, SGL, same-gender loving, okay.
Or I'm an MSM, a man who has sex with men. Okay. Or I'm non-identified, which means that I have sex with men, but I refuse to be labeled AKA on the DL.
But you know what? If I'm a single woman and I'm looking to date someone, looking to build a relationship, I'm going to tell you who I am. I want you to know the good, the bad, everything. Because when we get into this, when we're in it, I'm in it. With a man, I want to know who you are. If you don't give me anything else, tell me who you are.
I'll tell you everything but what I want you not to know. And that happens every day.
But then,
even with straight men, even heterosexual men will tell you what they want you to know. They won't tell you I got a baby mama on the other side of town, or they won't tell you they have a drug problem. They'll tell you what you want to hear in that environment to get with you.
I have to agree with that, but the one thing that, with the down low, the thing that's staggering to me is you have a chance of affecting life or death for me. And that is far more serious than anything else that you can really introduce to the relationship.
Anything. It's funny that a lot of men don't want to know their status. You know, the CDC has said...
And see, that's the thing that concerns me.
Because if I go get an AIDS test or HIV test, then normally I have to go to another county because I don't want nobody to see me going to the free clinic. I can't go to my doctor because it may get out. My insurance may come back and haunt me. So what I do is I just don't want to, I don't want to know. You will be surprised at how many men in their 50s who have never taken an HIV test, never. And the only time they find out is when their woman gets infected because she has given her body to that man out of pure trust. Now, what I tell DL men is because, number one, they're not trying to hear a sermon from me saying, stop having sex with men. I don't even do that. Okay. Those men who come to me for advice, what I tell these brothers is, look, when you're out doing your thing with your dudes, always practice safer sex. Never allow a man to ejaculate in your body without you having him wear a condom, because you can't trust a brother just because you see him at the gym or just because he's a police officer. And sometimes that's all it takes for a lot of brothers. They see a guy who's at the gym, who got a nice body, and that's all it takes.
Even as a woman, I don't care how fine he is. I don't care what he's driving. I don't care what his position is, what his status is. I want to know who you are. I want to know who you are. If you're a drug user, I need to know that. That's the only thing that's going to allow me to make an intelligent decision. Now, going in, I'm praying on you anyway. So I really want to know, okay, Lord, you got to tell me who this brother is. Is he from you? When a man withholds information, even if that I got a kid across town, I really don't work, whatever it is, that information has to be shared, and we got to figure out how to create an environment that is conducive to being honest.
Yes,
because
I agree.
That's the basic of the whole problem. The dishonesty brings in everything else. And if you're on the down low and you wink at me and you will talk to me, give it to me.
What if I meet you at a church function or at the mall or at the grocery store, and we feeling each other, just passing by, and I run back in, I give you my card, and I say, let's go out, and you ask me, well, are you bisexual, gay? You ask me those basic questions, and I still look at you and say, no, 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 no. And then we start going out, we start dating. You constantly ask me, are you bisexual, gay, homosexual, have any tendencies, bi-curious, or what? And I'm looking at it, no, 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 no. Eventually you take me home, your mama liked me, your daddy liked me. We are now becoming an item and a couple. You ask me, are you gay, bisexual, bi-curious? No, 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 no. Eventually, I'm gonna wear on you enough where you're gonna trust me enough where you're going to just let your guards down. That's why you have so many women. My daughter, my biggest fear for my daughter is that she would meet a brother who would lie to her, who would take her down a path of total destruction. And even women who don't get infected, the whole emotional fallout from when they find out that their man has been having sex with other men is devastating.
Sooner or later, I don't care what it is, it comes to light.
I don't know. If you're good at what you do, DL men are real slick at what they do. You read in the book how I wrote the 5 behavior types.
Yes.
In the DL nation, or the secret fraternity as I call it, there's different levels of expertise. You have a lot of young brothers now who are in college and in high school who are trying to perfect that skill. And then you have brothers who are at another level where they're trying to...
But this is perfecting deceit, dishonesty.
Yes, it is. It is. It is.
And that really is the part of it that disturbs me. You put me in a position where I can't make an intelligent decision.
You can't.
You know, the Lord has got to really, really show me this brother is on the down low. And how else will I know?
You won't know.